Well, thanks, Senator. It's great to be here. I want to applaud you not only for having this press conference today, but for also taking the stand not only on this bill, but I'm thinking all of the rest of the bills that are an infringement and an invasion on the rights of Americans and New York Staters, especially here in Genesee County, of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. We, as you mentioned, did pass in the Assembly. Some were very, very close, closer than ever before. We had some upstate Democrats join us on Tuesday in opposing 12 out of the 13 bills that were presented. And as I've said, your stand on protecting sportsmen and fishermen and hunters is very important. Jack Taylor was down with a group yesterday, and I wanted to be sure to introduce and let the people from New York City and other parts of the state that don't have a lifestyle that we're accustomed to here, where hunting and fishing and the Second Amendment rights are so important to us. The Democrats did not want to introduce them on the floor. It took at least an hour and a half till they finally acquiesced, if you will. I did threaten to introduce them from the balcony. If they wouldn't introduce sportsmen, they indicated that they were lobbyists, and the people that didn't want to do the introducing were all not Second Amendment right supporters. I spoke at length on one particular bill which would require gun dealers to have a liability insurance policy that would cover the gun that was sold legally if it was used in the commission of a crime. I equated that to the sponsor, Amy Paulin, going to an automobile dealership, purchasing a car, and requiring the automobile dealer to have a liability insurance policy if that car was used in a drive-by shooting or a bank robbery. Ludicrous. But these are the kinds of things that come out of New York City, the downstate area, and we need to do all that we can to assure that our rights as New Yorkers are not overlooked just because we don't live in the New York City area. Our area of the state is as important as any other area. And again, I applaud you and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Senator. I'd like to introduce our Genesee County Sheriff at this time.
Thank you, Senator. This is basically another unfunded mandate coming down from Albany. I took a look at the bill language. It's very general in scope. It just says that your pistol license will expire after 5 years, and then you have to have the pistol license renewed. And those of us who have had our permits for many years, there's supposed to be a schedule set up where we have to go in and get our license renewed. That's basically all it says. There's no specifics in the bill. There's no fees attached, and I'm sure if this bill is passed, then come down the rules, the regulations, the fees, and of course it's going to fall on local government. It's going to have an adverse effect on my office, I know on the county clerk's office. It's our responsibility to investigate the backgrounds of people who are applying for a pistol license. The vast majority are good law-abiding citizens. Why put these additional fees on these good sportsmen? So we're taking a stand to oppose this legislation.
Thank you, Sheriff. I'd like to also introduce our county clerk, who will talk about the implications of this type of legislation in his office. Don?
Good morning. The County Clerks Association statewide has taken a position of opposition to this legislation because it will have tremendous impact upon our offices. Just from that standpoint, the workload that it would increase in our office would be tremendous. I don't know how we would handle it with the current staff we have. There's no provision for funding by the state to take care of this type of legislation. In addition, when you look at it as an unfunded mandate, the governor just issued an executive order against unfunded mandates from his executive department and state agencies, but unfortunately that doesn't control what the legislature introduces. And this certainly will be something that will cost our office a great deal of funds and probably require us in some way to get some extra staff members to take care of it. Part of their argument for the bill is that we need the background checks on those people every 5 years. We're already informed through the state system. Anytime anyone is arrested anywhere in New York State for a felony offense, the sheriff's office and our office is informed. Background checks are completed on them. Investigation is done on it. They're required to notify us of what the disposition of the case is. They may even be asked to come in and meet with the Judge Noonan's hearing officer to show cause why they should not have their permit suspended. So that type of explanation or reasoning for the legislation is totally false and totally off base. We need to respect the rights of upstate New Yorkers as well as downstate New York. And our county is one where the system that we have in place works extremely well. The people we have working for it in the sheriff's office and in the judges' chambers do an excellent job. And we really would like to see more of a public outcry against the legislation so that this does not pass and does not put us all behind the 8 ball trying to keep up with it.
Thanks, Don.